this morning?
I'm doing great, Sheriff. How are you?
I'm doing good. We're excited to do this podcast for our community.
Yeah, and want to welcome a special guest, Kellie, the Kellie Case, the mayor of Woodland Park. Thanks for coming out this morning.
It's my pleasure. I'm glad to be here with all of you.
Yeah, it's an
Three of
exciting
my
morning.
favorite people.
So this morning, we're going to be talking about the holiday gift-giving opportunities that exist as we get into Thanksgiving and Christmas, because there is still a need out there. We've come a long way in this county,
We have.
there really still is a need. And as we all know, one of the greatest things you can do over the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, is to be able to sit down with your families for a holiday meal.
Sure.
So,
And actually, what we want to do is just replenish those food banks so that those people can have a good meal during the holiday. Not just Thanksgiving, but Christmas as well.
Well, and I think for us, it's like a sense of community also, and the sense of giving for this year. And everybody's probably wondering what we have. It's actually community partnerships, holiday giving opportunities. And I think it's exciting for me because this time of year is all about giving to the community. And what better thing can you get than be able to give? So I'm pretty excited about this.
Yeah, it'll be really good. So a few years ago, I got together with the council member, Kellie Case, and we did a food collection, and it was absolutely huge. We did a little video at Community Partnership. They had just moved into their new facility, and we were able to get them stocked up and ready. Normally we do our food drive all through the summer because in the winter we really focus on Christmas and coats and boots and mittens and gloves. As a matter of fact, we have our big toy drive coming up the weekend of Thanksgiving, the 29th and 30th from 10 to 2. We'll be at the Woodland Park Walmart with the fire departments. We'll be out there collecting toys and coats and food, and we'll deliver all that stuff to the community.
Will we be stuffing the truck?
Stuff in the truck. We'll have the Bearcat out there as well. The police car will be there. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. I'll be there.
Oh, good.
I try to make it every year.
I think the biggest thing is our partnership between both City of Cripple Creek, City of Woodland Park, City of Victor.
Yes.
Yes.
And the county. We do so many things together now. And really, I think it's nice to have a one voice, one mission,
You bet.
and one goal, and that's to provide for our community.
Right.
What
Right,
a-
and it's
what a
not
great
just
opportunity.
community partnership, it's the Aspen Mine Center and Ted Borden, it's the Little Chapel Food Pantry
Yes.
here in Divide. So we make sure that we take stuff to everywhere, so it's all over the community, north and south.
Doesn't Teller Senior Coalition also have a pantry of some sort that they use?
They do,
for
but
the
they
senior
have a
population?
very specific list, like,
Okay.
not a lot of high sugars, it's more,
Right.
for our elders. So that's something that they have a special request for.
Certainly.
well, and with all of these different collection activities happening over, Black Friday coming up right now, hey, the prices are going to be low. It'll be a great opportunity for those of us who are able to give, to maybe buy a little extra to give to the food pantry or the senior coalition or Aspen Mine Center or whoever.
Well, and Tommy, something new this year, which the biggest reason we're really pushing this is because they're asking not just for non-perishable items, they're also asking for like turkeys and hams, potatoes and stuffing, so they can, build those holiday boxes for the community. That way they'll have stuff. I know that funding has really been tight this year with people. They're tightening their belts, prices are higher,
Yeah.
and so they're really seeing the need in the community.
Well, and I think a lot of this is, we came out of COVID, or we were in COVID, and people weren't working as much. We came out of COVID, and I think the economy was somewhat almost worse
Yeah.
for
absolutely.
people, and jobs, and it just hadn't come back yet. This year it started to come back, but I think a lot of the grants dried up. A lot of the funding and the food
Right.
systems had dried up from what they were. And then inflation has hit us so hard over the last couple years that it's expensive to buy those things for families, and having both people working at home, it's difficult to survive anywhere anymore. But up here it's a little bit even harder. So I think that's why it's so important for us all to come together and help people within our community.
Sure.
Agreed. One of the things I was thinking of recently was, like you said, Renee, during COVID, when we came out of COVID, we had prices just going through the roof. We had so many people that were in need. And like Renee said, we did that food drive for community partnership. Well, one of the things that's really causing some stress for those kinds of organizations that help others is that the change in the state's focus has become more metro, where it was rural for so long. And so some of those funds, as you mentioned, that have dried up, have been refocused to other areas.
Absolutely.
And they're losing quite a bit of their funding for the those services that are so needed in our community from organizations like Community Partnership and Community of Caring. So it's important that we all come together and work together to backfill that so that people have what they need.
Yeah, and I think it is interesting. We saw a lot in the last year, rural communities that were losing state fundings. And, it's not, I don't want to get into a political issue about the state funding, but a lot of it is
No.
there's a much larger need in the metro areas. So that money's being rerouted to those certain areas. The issue for us, though, is how do we as a community come together and we fix that?
Right.
And I think that's the piece is, for us, it's not about which side of the aisle you sit on, it's about helping our communities.
Correct.
And I think all across Colorado, this is a need, and I think for us, this is how we help our need in our local areas. So I'm excited for that, and I think that, we'll be able to help those groups very well with what we're putting out today.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think it's important that people, the biggest thing is if we get this list out so people know not only the things that they ask for every day, but those special items, like the sweet potatoes and butter and marshmallows, of course. So,
Well, here's the list that Community Partnership has put together for their holiday dinner items that they're looking for. Turkey ham, potatoes, onions, butter, box stuffing, marshmallow pies, canned yams, vegetables, and cranberry sauce. Those are the things that Community Partnership has identified as that they would like to collect and put into what they're putting together boxes, right?
They actually do gift boxes with the whole holiday meal. And one of the really great things is Walmart and also different agencies, they give them tons and tons of pies. I mean, pumpkin and pecan and apple and
Hey,
peach.
it's not a holiday without pie.
Pecan.
No,
Pecan or
it's not a
pecan.
holiday.
However you say it. But no, it's just, I couldn't even believe all the pies. It's
Yeah.
just, it's just everybody coming out is overwhelming. It's overwhelming.
It is.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Also, Tommy, they talk about cookie ingredients and
Oh, yeah.
include your favorite recipe, if you would, for your holiday cookie recipe that's your favorite. The other thing that they mention is that they can also really use and appreciate monetary funding.
Well, sure.
Because then they can go out and get those unusual items that come up from time to time that they need.
And so for all of that, I'm going to put this, I'll upload this so that it can be, I can put a link up on the show description so people can pull it down and look themselves at what the list looks like and has on it. And it also has this QR code. I'll scan this QR code.
Okay, great,
and put it up
thank
on
you.
the screen and people can
Yeah.
just get it with their phone. And that will probably take them to the online donations site, coloradogives.org/CPFRC. So we'll make sure that gets put up as well.
And a lot of times everybody thinks about the kids at Christmas and the holidays and also our elderly community, but let's not forget the teens, because sometimes they get left out and they're part of that family too. So I think it's really important that we remember if we are doing the toy drive to grab a couple items for the teens if you can, or just one, just so we can help to fill those needs and requests through our community.
Nope, sorry.
And this time of year too, there's also a need for volunteers.
Oh, yeah.
One of the bigger.
All year.
Yeah, all year.
All year
All
long.
year. We're always asking for volunteers, but the biggest thing is if you have time and you want to help with these things, contact your local fire departments, the Community Partnership, Aspen Mine Center, just the Teller County Sheriff's Office. Send us messages. We would love to have more volunteers that maybe could come out and help with these events. And I know at the food drives, when they're giving out the boxes of food, they're always looking for
Yeah.
people to help and really give back to the
Even at the
community.
pantry, when they deliver the food, they need people to help carry it out to the vehicles and stuff. During COVID, that was huge. We had to have people deliver it out because they couldn't drive into town.
Right.
So that was huge. And so I think anytime you can volunteer with maybe something little, there's so many opportunities in Teller County. I mean, you could actually reach out to the PD or fire departments to see where that need is, if it's search and rescue, if it's Keep Woodland Park Beautiful, whatever the organization is. You always have a great fit somewhere, so volunteer.
Volunteer.
Now, going back to the donations, the Community Partnership was obviously is accepting some of these donations. Let me go ahead and say what the address is for them. It's 701 Gold Hill Place, Woodland Park. And Kelly, is that Gold Hill Plaza?
It is. It's the plaza where City Market is.
Okay.
And it's the building that stands alone 2 stories by the traffic light at 67 and 24.
Is that the one with all the windows around the outside
It
of it?
is,
Okay,
yes.
okay, great.
Yes.
So there you go. If you want to drop stuff off, there you are.
And then the other thing is too, is Tommy, we were gonna have the mayor from Cripple Creek here today and the
Yeah.
mayor from Victor. Both of them could not make it this morning, but we're gonna try to plan on doing another podcast with them as well. But
Yeah,
I do wanna
absolutely.
mention that Cripple Creek area and the Victor area, there's a larger need for a lot of that area.
Yep.
Please talk to the Aspen Mine Center and maybe stop in and see Ted Borton down there and
Yeah.
see if we can do some food drop-offs there. I think they could really use that help there.
Okay.
So really important, though, I just want you to know that the community partnership, if you're going to drop off any donations, they're only open Monday through Thursday, 9 to 4.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we will be there on the weekend, Black Friday shopping at Walmart on Saturday and Friday and Saturday, 10 to 2. So you can drop it off there and we'll deliver
Just
it
right
for
at the
you.
doors of Walmart.
Yeah, right at the front doors of Walmart. We'll actually be at both sides.
All right.
Yeah, so.
And if you want to just come up and say hello to the deputies and other folks and volunteers that are working, just come over and say hello. Because not everybody's going to be in a position where they can
Right.
give, and we understand that. But yeah, we just love seeing everybody's faces and have everybody talk to us.
Yeah, I think, the great thing about Teller County as a whole is that our community is the strength of this county.
It is.
You bet it is.
This community always shows up. They're always there ready to support. And you just couldn't ask for a better group of people than what we have in this community.
Always.
Always.
And it's not just one part of the community or the other. Often we see there's the southern part and the northern part of Teller County, but in these types of situations, we all come together and meet each other's needs and help in any way we can. So that's one thing I love about living up here is how we all work together to help with things around here.
It is, and I know at the sheriff's office, we've been very fortunate. We've been able to be a bridge between a lot of it.
Sure.
And a lot of organizations, and that's just such a great responsibility. It's something we love, and we're just so happy to be a part of it. And really, we talk all the time.
Oh, yeah.
It's interesting that,
I made the mistake of giving you my phone number.
yeah,
Just kidding.
But I did want to add something really important. If somebody doesn't know how to go about asking for a donation or a need that they have, they can reach out to me. If you put my information online, I'd be happy to get them assistance, especially
Okay.
regarding where they live, and also what they need. Maybe they need help with a gas bill or something.
Sure.
We can absolutely get them that help.
Okay,
You know,
then
Renee,
I'll-
I'm happy to do that as well.
Okay.
My information is everywhere, so.
Great.
So I'll both put the information for reaching out to Kelly and Renee at the end of this video, and then I'll also put it in the show description.
Okay, great. Thank you, Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever we can do, we're here to help. We're with the government, we're here to help.
Well,
My favorite saying.
we should maybe tamp that down with local government.
Local, that's right, we're with the local government, Teller County local
yeah,
government.
what was it, Ronald Reagan said that was the 9 scariest words that you could ever hear?
That's why it's so fun.
Okay, well, do we have anything else that we need to cover?
No, I think that's good.
Okay. Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. And Kelly, thanks for making the trip out here.
It's my
got a little
pleasure.
snow on the ground. It's a little treacherous and dark and gloomy out there, but it's much brighter now that you're here.
It's not, oh, you're so sweet. It's not looking too bad out there.
Yeah, okay.
Not like it was, what, a week ago or so?
Oh, my gosh.
That was something.
But everybody, thank you so much for joining us for this special episode. And get out there and donate if you can. And if you're in need, please take the opportunity to go out and take advantage of these opportunities that are being put forth to you by the residents of Teller County. And yeah.
You know what, and just to say thank you, Teller County. We really love your community and our community, and just thank you for everything you do.
I'll say the same thing. It's a great community.
It is. Thank you.
Thank you.